Hi everyone, I'm Sonia for The Coveted. Today I'm at Neiman Marcus in San Francisco to check out the glamorous new holiday and chrome collections from Bobbi Brown.
This is Bobbi Brown's holiday items. It's our collection starting with our Earth Metal, which is gorgeous. It's a beautiful palette with an array of neutrals and earthy tones. We have over here the Velvet Plum collection, which has been very popular. We brought it out again this season. And then we also have in our favorite cream shadow formula and gel eyeliners, which are a long wear palette in the Goldstone. And then going into some really fun formulas, it's called the Chrome Eyeshadow, and it's a great way to get that liquid metal look. And then for a great anytime palette, we actually have a basic eye palette, a beautiful basics lip palette that has gloss and lipstick. We also have our glitter lip balm palette, which everyone is loving. It gives you a great glimmer to the lip. And then of course, our tried and true favorite for the season, great for stocking stuffers. We have 3 full-size tube tints that come in with an SPF 15 and a sheer amount of color, and that is in a set. Great thing about these as well to remember is that it's a great value. A lot of these sets you'd be paying well over $200 for the Earth Metal shadows and lips by themselves, where this one is only $60. So right on the heels of the holiday collection, we have Chrome collection. And the Chrome collection was inspired when Bobbi went to a red carpet event and wore these fabulous pair of chrome colored shoes. And the heel, whenever the other colors would reflect on that heel, the colors were beautiful and icy and cool tones. And so she went ahead and created a palette of those colors that were reflected. The colors include a beautiful white, some polar icy colors with a little bit of blues and lilacs in them, as well as some gorgeous glitter lip glosses. She also noticed that in the Fall Fashion Week, there was a lot of lips that were really nice and deep, and some were either silvery or deep. And so she brought out 3 different shades to give that fun look. Also, we have the brushes. The collection includes all 6 of your needed brushes to create a beautiful holiday look, fall fashion forward look. Sonia, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Chrome palette, which is a gorgeous array of shades. First, I'm going to apply a beautiful glimmery gloss. I'm going to give a little bit more drama in the eye. I just want a nice juicy looking lip without it being over the top. And that one is this one right here. Going into eyes, I'm using the white shadow all over. That gives you a nice highlight and then a beautiful base to apply your other shadows to. Now I'm going in with a medium shade that has some nice glimmer. It's a sparkle shadow. And starting at the lash line and building it up into the crease.
And you're pressing to get more.
I'm pressing so that you get it to adhere and stay.
How would you describe the pigment level on the shadows?
They vary because we have different shadow formulas in this palette. We have a sparkle shadow that I'm using, which is actually a little bit more sheer and has more shine and shimmer, little glitters. We also have even our triple pigmented eyeshadows that you can use wet or dry for eyeliner. So that's just a nice soft look on the eye. I'm gonna go in and give you a little bit more. We use this one right there. Some are just soft shimmers, more matte, and even the eyeliner. I'm going to go in with this shade here, just to give a little bit more of a contour for an evening look. I'm concentrating more on the crease and bringing it in. You don't want too much of a contrast, just a little bit. So keeping with 2 medium shades is going to be a little bit more modern rather than a harsh crease. You can blend out with the lighter shade afterwards rather than putting more and more on trying to build. A lot of women end up with a little bit of a mess that way. Your shadow. Lovely. So now I'm going to go ahead and just use that triple pigmented eyeliner, which is that one there. And that will be a nice one, wet or dry, to give you that nice soft smoky look. Spray a little bit of water on my brush. We're using the eyeliner brush. And with your eyeliners, you always want to do short little strokes and connect the dots. Don't feel like you have to draw a straight line. Even artists have a hard time with that. You just want to use your lash line as the guide. I'm giving a good amount of eyeliner. Make sure that you do give a good amount, and then you can always soften with a second shadow if you'd like. I see women do a little bit too thin of an eyeliner, and it can make your eyes look a little more tired if you don't have a strong eyeliner.
So that's why I always do a strong liner.
Yep. It gives you some instant life, instant awakeness to the eye. If you'd like, you can do a soft liner, always nice tickled into the lashes, not too strong on the bottom, just to frame the eye, and follow this lash line all the way in. Anywhere there's lashes, you need a liner if you're gonna do the bottom. And just really soften it up. You can even soften it up with your finger so that it's a nice soft line. If you start off conservative and then go thicker, you can build it rather than going too thick all of it at once. Now, say we need to glam it up even more for holiday party. I'm gonna go ahead and apply our silver eyeshadow. That is a wonderful chrome eyeshadow that gives you an amazing pop of shimmer and shine. It's not for just going to the grocery store. It's really to give that bang for the buck for, excuse me, a very exciting event.
And this is more metallic than the metallic shadow.
Yes, it has more grab. It's almost like liquid metal.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really fun. You don't need to, but what you can do is use a fingertip. And the fingertip will give you a ton of payoff. See how that gives you? It looks like the Tin Man already. And you just take it, and I'm going to apply it and press it. You can apply it over shadows or by itself. But this will give you this amazing hot metallic look, which is so in right now for the holidays. And these stay all night long.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That's cool. Very fun.
So in that chrome collection, not only do we have the silver that we used on you, we have pewter and we have gold, which is gorgeous on different skin tones. I chose the silver one for Sonia because of the cooler tones look great on a more olive skin tone. Also going into a more evening holiday party, you can actually get away with a little bit more color on the eyes and lips if done right. So one way to do that is to keep it still a gloss. Our rich color glosses are almost like a liquid lipstick, and they really give you a lot of pigment, but they also have a nice wearability. So if you're not wanting to worry about touching up throughout the night and you want a little bit more color, you can get that with that rich color gloss. And so I'm just popping it on to give you a little bit more of a berry looking lip. You're giving a little bit more life to that lip area to balance it out. There you go.
And you've done cheeks, but you've kept them on the subtle side.
I've kept them, yes, soft, but enough color so you don't look washed out. You definitely want to mimic a color that you would find in your natural lip tone into the cheek area. And this rich color gloss that I use is called Pink Raspberry, so it's a good amount of color. And of course, it wouldn't be right without some fabulous mascara. Icing on the cake, our Extreme Party Mascara, which everyone is absolutely falling in love with. It gives you lovely, lovely, thick, luscious lashes without any clumping. Bobbi was looking at even doing maybe false lashes. A lot of women ask, oh, I'm going to a holiday party, should I go with a false lash? She did, she one-upped it. She said, if I can get this kind of effect with a mascara, then I don't have to bother with extra lash, false lashes and the glue and them falling off and all that. It's a lot easier to control than a lot of the mascaras out there because it doesn't clump. Every time this product touches, even if you have dry mascara of the same, of the Extreme Party already on, you can touch up going into the evening because it will re-wet as soon as it touches that formula. So we'll just glide right on and go thicker and longer. We've all tried to put mascara over, lashes that already had a drier mascara on them and it makes a mess. Well, you finally can actually do that going into happy hour or, you just got off work and you want to give a little bit more. The problem is you take so much time because you just keep going. You don't want to stop. You see them growing and growing and growing, and it's pretty amazing. Some of those mascaras with a lot of product can get kind of drying, where this actually conditions and has vitamins A, C, and E in it. Always give a lot of mascara on the outside to give a fan effect.
Wow, that's really cool. Serious difference.
Yeah, mascara makes the whole world better. And look up. Wow, glamorous. With just a few color choices that you can kind of play around with and really enjoy for the holidays without a lot of extra effort.
Oh, and it's a chrome palette.
Uh-huh, it is the chrome palette.
Excellent. Time for a party. Everything's available at Bobbi Brown counters now and online, but if anything catches your eye, be sure and snap it up soon because many of these items are limited edition. So once they're gone, they're gone. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.